Hey guys, it's Jesse with Lawn Life, and if you're here right now, you probably know about my main channel. I thought I'd do something a little different this year and actually kind of show you guys the back end of things, like the background of what really happens on the channel. I'm gonna show you what I do on my own lawn, maybe a little bit of the background of what all goes into YouTube, and maybe a little bit of my family life. I just want to give you more of a little bit of a vlog style of things. Like right now I'm filming on my phone. I'm not going to have as high production values I usually do. Just want to do this quick, dirty, and just kind of show you everything that I go through on a normal basis. So today I'm going to dethatch my front lawn. I had a bunch of winter die-off. I think I mulched a little too heavy in the fall around my tree and kind of suffocated the grass there. I wanted to get up all that dead material so my Kentucky bluegrass can actually spread and not be suffocated by all that dead stuff. Like right now we have people pressure washing. So loud. Hopefully this turns out. But yeah, we'll just show you what we're doing on the back end. So every time I start doing this, I usually start out at like a -5, which is the second most aggressive level. They have a -10, -5, 0, 5, 10. The lower the number, the more aggressive. I usually start at like a -5, and once I start going, I just like, oh geez, like this is way too crazy, way too aggressive. Dirt's flying up, I can see the track marks. I'm like, okay, gotta move this thing up. So we move it up to a regular number 5. And start going, and it's bringing up stuff, and then I realize, okay, I gotta be a little more aggressive. 0. Next thing you know, I'm back at -5, and then halfway through the lawn, I'm at -10 right now. The point I'm trying to make is, you cannot be too aggressive with these dethatchers, man. It's just gonna get up a ton of dead material, and it's not gonna kill the grass. The grass will bounce back, I promise, no matter how aggressive you are. Even I get freaked out a little bit when I usually start this thing, but just want to let you guys know that you can be very, very aggressive with these things, and do it because you want all that dead material out so the grass can spread. It's crazy windy out there, so I'm just gonna come in here to actually talk. So a lot of people on my dethatching video got a ton of views, so there was thousands of comments, and one of the biggest comment was, you're just bringing up all this organic material that could be feeding the grass. You're just wasting free food. It's all nutrient dense. What are you doing? And yes, part of that is true. But I feed this lawn so much all year anyway, that I want to get up all that dead material that is soaking up all that water, all the nutrients that I do put down. I think the risk of taking up nutrients from some dead grass is way worth me dethatching it and allowing the grass to spread. So a good example is, I have this maple tree in the front yard, and there was a ton of leaves this fall. So I go in and I mulch all those with my mower. I don't rake them up. So I mulched them all down, and we're talking, it was a lot of leaves. Right now, as I'm dethatching, I'm seeing no leaf remnants at all. All that stuff, I am not bringing it up. I'm only bringing up dead grass of winter kill. All that stuff I mulched is already down in the soil, already giving it nutrients. So dethatching, you're not starving the grass from all that free food. Sure, you're taking up some, but I think the amount of water that it's soaking up is doing more detriment than the actual nutrients that's actually getting put in the soil from the dead grass, if that makes sense. So I just wanted to make that clear from some comments that I had on my dethatching video, just how I see things and why I actually dethatch in the springtime. And also why I dethatch in the spring and not the fall. I've had this question a lot. Why do you dethatch in the spring, not the fall? And honestly, it's all because of the winter kill. I mean, if you dethatch in the fall, sure, you're gonna get up all that dead material that you can't really see. But once all that dead material's up, winter comes, snow comes, you have die off. The spring, you have all this yellow in your grass. What was the point in dethatching the fall if you want to get up all that yellow? The yellow just came back right after you dethatched. I like dethatching in the spring, getting up all that dead material. Now you're green the rest of the year. That's my take on it anyway. So I went over the whole lawn once, got up a decent amount of material. This is actually the first time that I've dethatched my renovation. I didn't want to dethatch it the first year because the grass was so young. Second year, I actually put down a ton of sand. So once I came back in the spring, there was still a ton of sand on the top layer. And I didn't want to throw all that sand around and unlevel what I just did. So this is actually my first year dethatching this new renovation. And I thought I would hit a lot more material would be coming up, but I mean, we're getting a decent amount, but not that much. So I'm gonna go over it the second time. I usually always go north, south, east, west. Sometimes I even go crisscross, it depends how ambitious I'm feeling, but we're gonna go east, west and see how much material we get up. So the first thing I'm doing with this vlog channel, the very first thing is I'm gonna buy a gimbal. I'm looking back at the footage and it's shaky as hell, so I'm sorry about that. I didn't realize it was gonna be this crazy shaky. Now this doesn't probably seem like much to you guys, but you got to remember I'm cutting at 3/4 of an inch. Like, look at how much it's coming up here. I mean, that's all just water soaking into that, nutrients soaking into that. Imagine if I was cutting at like 3 or 4 inches, how much stuff would be coming up. It'd be insane. This is still a ton of material. So what I use is this John Deere lawn tractor. I only have 10,000 square feet, but without this thing I feel like I'd be lost. There are so many things I use this thing for.
Daddy? Daddy?
What?
Can I ride the lawnmower with you?
Where are the headphones?
Okay.
Oh, where are they?
I don't know. We're twinsies. Oh, they're right here.
Nice. All right, let's see if we can get it started actually. Okay, start it.
1.
Stop. That's about 1/3 of the lawn. Not even, maybe 1/4. Notice how that is all yellow. There's no green in there. So much dust. Lawrence had to get off because it was too dusty. Just so much material.
Down, partner.
Emmett turned 10 last month. Beginning to be an old man. This is Jaden. So it's been about 5 days since I dethatched. It's still looking pretty rough. But I haven't had a chance to put fertilizer on yet because it's been really cold overnight. We have had freezing temps. And I didn't want to turn on my irrigation to water in the fertilizer. So we'll get some fertilizer on here and it should start hopefully looking a little better in a few weeks. The other side of the lawn's looking pretty good. So the fertilizer we're going to use today is from a company called Earthworks. They sent me out a sample of their 822, I believe it is, to try out. So I get this type of stuff all the time. I try it out. If I like it, I'll maybe feature it on a video. If I don't like it, I'll just say, hey, I don't like your stuff, and I move on. So we'll try this stuff out. I've heard really good things. We'll check it out in a couple of weeks, and you guys will know before anyone else if this stuff's good or not. Oh, it stinks though. It really stinks. So they sent me two 25-pound bags. This one's a 333, so it looks like a starter fert. This is their 822, the one I'm more interested in. Oh, it stinks. Whew. All right, what's it say here? 5 pounds per 1,000 square feet. I have 3,500, so let's say 15, like 17 pounds. 5 times 3.5, yeah, 17.5 pounds. Yeah, this stuff smells like Milorganite, kind of. Except it's stronger. This scale is way too small to be measuring this stuff with. I need to get a bigger scale. But we'll do it slowly here first. So 1 pail is about 5 pounds. That's how I'm going to measure it. Just so you guys can see what this stuff looks like. Looks like pulverized dirt almost. And it stinks. So to test this stuff out, I didn't do my entire front lawn. I kind of left this square section right here. I left this section without any. Now, of course, no matter what fertilizer you put down, if you put down fertilizer in one area and not in the other that hasn't had it all winter, it's going to be way better in the side with fertilizer. But just kind of see what kind of color response it gets. Emmett, buddy. Look how dark that is already. And usually Jay's yard over there is very dark in the spring, and then it lightens up because it doesn't have irrigation. But usually his grass is really dark in the spring. This perennial ryegrass is coming in dark. And it's just now waking up. There's still a lot to go, but you can tell how dark it is. It's pretty crazy. All right, so now I'm going to start up the irrigation. Hopefully there's no broken heads from over the winter. We're gonna water this stuff in, And that'll be a wrap on this first video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you like this type of vlog? Do you want me to do something different? Let me know. This is the first one. I want you guys to kind of shape how this is. I appreciate all of your support, and I'll see you guys on the next video.